Hi everybody, welcome to the lunar eclipse Twinflame ascension update and healing. This is a continuation from the solar eclipse transmission. This one is specifically around what's going on with the Twinflame since that time and beyond. So we're going to do this as a walk through the cards and what the cards have brought up, as well as the energy work that's been going on between then and then the actual healing, transmission and activation. So here we go. So the main theme of this transmission is that twin flames are connected at a higher level for eternity. Deep inside ourselves, we know this. Anyone that is a twin flame, it is a truth held deep within their heart and in their soul. Both counterparts know this, although it is possible to ignore it to some extent. It is still true, it's still occurring, it's still affecting you and your life, and in a sense a template that your life is based on. And at this point in time, there's a focus around the coming together again. So we shift apart, work through stuff, come back together, connect our energies, get that burst of the third energy of the divine that comes through the twin flames, and then we may go in our day-to-day lives, go off and process that and work through it. That can be together in a relationship as well. However, there's still a individual processing of that unity energy, of that blast of unity energy. But what I'm finding with that is that there's what's been coming up in the previous transmission at the solar eclipse, the Ring of Fire solar eclipse. I was getting a very strong sense of a portal to walk through that looked like a lock and a key. And it was similar to this shape here of this ruby. I feel like this ruby energy, peace ambassador, practice, cosmic mastery, is like the key of that portal. But since then, as those energies of those higher energies of moving through that gateway into higher unity, higher dimensional reality, higher values, is that I've had several lock and key issues come up, and this is also the way I see what's going on energetically reflected down on the ground in the real life, where I can consciously understand it. So there was a filing cabinet, and we can see this as symbolic of like the Akashic records as well, everything that we're keeping locked away. It was the lock jammed, so I had the key, but I could not unlock the filing cabinet. We had to actually drill in and break the lock to be able to get into those records. And I needed to call in a man with his tools to do that for me. To break that lock. So that cabinet, those records were hidden tight, and a three-dimensional key did not work to open it. Had to really be committed to going in and accessing those records and getting access. And I can see that as doing the inner work of forgiveness as well, forgiveness for yourself, and for anyone else involved. And this can be past life, this can be other dimensional realities, going in and clearing those traumas to the point that you can forgive. The forgiveness is the key. And so the way we do that is we align to our soul healing, our soul self, our soul is essence. We access the truth of who we are. We connect to that. This follows on from the last transmission. These cards came up around that time. And then we clear out with this. This is the ascended violet flame. So this is the silver ray, the gold ray, and the violet flame, all clearing at multi-dimensional levels of clearing soul wounds, karmic wounds, contracts, any kinds of attachments that are no longer relevant as you move through that portal. And then the energies that are coming in from there that can come into that platform, that cleared platform, are the cosmic ruby, which is peace and mastery. And when that's coming in, it needs to come into an open heart. So again, there's that lock and key again, that open heart, that unlocked heart, being able to receive. You won't be able to unlock it without clearing and forgiving. So what we're focusing on is we're focusing on the eternal twin flame, the eternal flame, the truth of who we are at the twin flame level with this other soul that is our soul that we're connected to, and our individual soul healing. So focusing on ourselves and who we are as an individual and clearing, doing our own work, and then bringing in that peace and receiving it in our heart, letting ourselves be vulnerable, loving ourselves. I'm going to read these cards so that you have a deeper understanding of it. Then we'll bring the transmission through. So the first card is Twinflame 33, Eternity. Within you, each twin holds and carries the beauty and light of their existence. Remember this when you are apart, for there is no separation, only connection. So, beauty and light of your existence and of your existence as a twin is held by each of you equally. And remembering this when you're apart, that you are connected and there is really no separation. Separation is an illusion, is what informs you and your emotions at a lower level if you can focus on the connection, not on the separation. And at this time, all the astrology as well is supporting unity and supporting coming together. So how that shows up on the ground is forgiveness. So this is Master Key number 8. 8 is abundance, it's infinity, so it goes with that eternity. Each soul holds the key of forgiveness, not just forgiving themselves but also their twin. It's not a time for blame, but to experience a greater awakening of self-consciousness for both. Atatatita. So we're connecting to the eternal, the infinite. And from that place, so we're connecting to that with our energy. And from our consciousness and awareness, we are intending to heal anything that's creating separation. And what comes up around that is the need to forgive. You cannot be, so non-forgiveness, blame, anger at each other is separating you. It's meaning that you are not one and the same. So the antidote for that is forgiveness, forgiving yourself for your part in it, seeing who you are, seeing your part, seeing what is the illusion, understanding you are both from the same source, the same spirit. And in forgiving yourself, that naturally leads to forgiving them and vice versa, but being conscious of both. Understanding that both you and your twin are innocent and you are playing out scenarios that take you higher, that enable you to see what is not unity and clear it and take you higher. And so when you're connected to the truth of you're both in a process of releasing and going higher, and that includes being triggered to be able to see the unconscious blocks, to work through them and heal them. When you can really tune into that innocence that you both are, it takes you higher into unity. So soul healing now. I'm going to read this card. This is from the Unicorns deck, Magic of the Unicorns. Soul healing number 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Align with your essence. See your true colours. Unicorns are so pure that they can align with your soul, heal it and raise its frequency. Your soul has to be at least 7th dimensional before you're allowed to incarnate on earth, and maybe of an even higher frequency. Over eons, you have had many experiences. Some of these have bruised you at the deepest levels, and you're waiting to be soothed and healed. Others have lit up and expanded your entire essence. You aren't just balancing your own soul's lessons now. In these special times, as we prepare for the new golden age, you're harmonizing and clearing any family as well as ancestral karma recorded in your soul star chakra. In addition, you may be one of the brave and gracious lightworkers who is undertaking country as well as world karma. This is a great soul offering, and your wondrous unicorns will assist you in transmuting it all. Your guidance now is to ask your unicorns to work with you both in and out of your conscious awareness to heal all that needs to be released and purified. Your eyes are the windows of your soul, so look into your unicorn's eyes and ask it to reflect back to you your true soul colours. You may be aware of blue, gold, pink, violet, or any other hue. Seeing who you are enables your celestial companion to bring your core spirit forward to accomplish all the healing that your magnificent soul has undertaken in this lifetime. So, as twin flames, the more you align to your individual soul, you're actually aligning to your counterpart soul as well, because at that level you're one. So from that level, while connecting to our true soul essence, we call on the violet flame to clear everything that is not that. Invoke the cosmic diamond violet flame, transmute all that is not love. Saint Germain and Archangel Zadkiel oversee the violet flame of transmutation. It has the power to consume stuck energies so that higher ones can replace them and we can all move forward. When humanity started to raise its frequency, the violet flame merged with the silver flame of grace and harmony, and then the gold ray to become the gold and silver violet flame. This brings transmutation with grace and wisdom. Recently, Archangels Gabriel and Zadkiel combined their energies to create the 9th dimensional cosmic diamond violet flame. This is a powerful ascension tool. Your unicorn is guiding you first to invoke the violet flame to wash away any dense energies in and around you, including old karmic energies or contracts that no longer serve you. Ask it to transmute everything right down to a cellular level that is not vibrating with love. When you've done so, send it under grace to others, to situations and to places to release the old. Visualize it coming down through trees and spreading through their roots to transmute stuck energy in the earth. Then call for a shimmering cosmic diamond flame to be placed over you. Ask your unicorn to add its light, and it will raise you, purified and shining, to a much higher ascension frequency. Atata tita kaka toko to toko ko toko ko to toko ko 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 oko to toko ko 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 oko to toko ko ko toko ko 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 oko to toko ko 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 oko to toko ko 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 toko ko 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 I'm feeling the crown opening. Akatatatata tita kaka toko ko toko ko ko ko. Akatatata tita kaka tatatata. Akatatata tita ko 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 toko. Akatatata. Akatatata tita kaka ko toko. Akatatata tita kaka toko ko ko. Akakatatata. Akatatata tita kaka toko ko ko. There's a strengthening of the lower back. The silver gold violet flame is moving down through the crown, down the spine, into the base chakra. And I feel the higher dimension sitting above this clearing. Akatatata, it's clearing out the solar plexus. Akatatata, the throat chakra. Akatatata, titaka, akatatata, akatoto, akatatata, titaka. Akatatata titaka totoko akatatata titaka toko akatatata titaka. Feeling big shifts down the front of the body, especially around the solar plexus, the jaw. As the back of the body starts to also align to the front. I'm hearing Akhenaten. So that's Egyptian. So with that, I'm seeing some kind of alignment of the pyramids or to the pyramids, and the stars and the kings and queens on the earth. Some kind of coming together of kings and queens in Egypt. So we're clearing out, obviously, karma and ancestry. History. And that's bringing me to the cosmic ruby, which we've understood to be the key of that portal from the last transmission. So in that last transmission, that gateway was at a temple in Egypt. It was a real-time photograph of a doorway to a temple in Egypt. Okay, we're diving into the cosmic ruby. And I'm seeing that connected to the card underneath it that says open your heart, and that star on her red dress is where the key is going. So this is unlocking the desire to fulfill your soul's purpose, to align to your soul's purpose, to bring that in. When you're a twin flame, that is about ascending via the twin flame unity. And it's bringing me back to that forgiveness card, to that heart with the keyhole in it. So we're bringing that cosmic ruby into the heart, represented in the forgiveness card and the open your heart card. The soul healing is coming down through the midline of the tree in the violet flame. So we're clearing that which has locked the heart in unforgiveness and separation. We're in the violet flame card. That violet flame moving down the midline of the trunk of the tree, which is the midline of our bodies. Akatata tita kakaka. Akatata tita kakatoko. Akatata tita kakakakakakakakakaka. So I'm feeling like the tension in the buttocks as you grip your seat kind of releasing. There's less gripping of the seat, and the feet less gripping on the earth, trying to stay in a density that doesn't match your soul, because you're clearing that separation from self, from own soul, that makes you feel less connected and grounded here on the earth due to previous trauma. Okay, that peace coming through, really feeling that washing through the midline, washing out through the sacral chakra, through the reproductive organs, through the glands in the throat, the third eye. So I'm seeing the third eye activated in a clear direction forward, like the soul healing card. And then I'm seeing the connection in the Open Your Heart card between the unicorn's thymus area, soul seat area, and the woman, the soul seat area. And see how the unicorn's horn is also directing light into there, which is what I saw coming from that unicorn in the soul healing card. Okay, so Cosmic Ruby. This is the card of peace and wisdom. So your unicorn is inviting you to be a peace ambassador. Archangel Uriel is in charge of the development of the solar plexus chakra. His powerful cosmic rubies radiate red for action, gold for wisdom, and beautiful blue of peace and higher communication. When those gems are lit up by unicorn energy, they bring forward your self-worth and confidence so that you can take action with love and common sense. Your guidance today is to ask for a cosmic ruby to be placed in your solar plexus. As you sense its light being absorbed by your systems, know that a new improved version of yourself is stepping forward. Your guidance then is to practice being wise and calm. Your unicorn will be with you as you communicate serenely and diplomatically with everyone. Look for peaceful solutions to all the challenges that are presented to you, and trust that you'll be guided to find a good way forward. Ask your unicorn to place a cosmic ruby illuminated with its energy over parts of the world where people cannot express their truth or where there is a conflict. Send it to learning establishments where students need confidence. Visualize it over individuals and groups who need enlightened thinking to bring about peace. Your unicorn is reminding you that a cosmic ruby accelerates your spiritual journey to intergalactic mastery. If this path resonates with you, visualize the gem around your energy fields. Know that your unicorn is lighting the way for you. So what we did with the soul healing first and the violet flame was clear that solar plexus area, and we were guided to put the cosmic ruby into the soul seat, bringing that diplomacy, peaceful resolutions, and with that there is respect for other, the respect for their perspective and what they're going through, and how they've managed it thus far, but bringing peace and wisdom to it to clarify misunderstandings. And this feels particularly to me around the soul mission, of ascending self into unity with Twinflame, but also into ascended templates of love and light, that then non-twin flames also then can access after the twin flames have brought that through. So stepping into that mission, and that requires clearing those blocks to unity by stepping into that, being that peace ambassador. And this doesn't mean putting aside anything that you're feeling or that you're upset about. It means understanding where that's coming from in yourself and in the other. And it may be as simple as talking about it once you have embodied that in yourself. That commitment to resolution, to peaceful resolution, to win-win resolutions. And I'm not meaning that you need to reach out to your twin flame if they've set boundaries or anything like that. It's really more of a coming into peace within yourself as the first step, and then feeling what is guided from there. So in order to receive that key of peace and wisdom and ascension to galactic mastery, you need to open your heart. Love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. There are 33 chambers in your heart chakra, all containing lessons of love. Your heart is open to the extent that you have mastered these. A warm and loving heart enfolds other people so they feel safe and loved, and in return they love you. As your heart opens and you feel free to share your feelings, you also allow yourself to be vulnerable, so people immediately trust you and feel close to you. This card reminds you to be generous and giving of yourself. Your guidance is to breathe into your heart and ask your unicorn to illuminate this center with its horn of diamond light. When it pours pure love into all the chambers of this chakra and lights them up, this dissolves any old hurts or blocks you may still have. Most important of all, appreciate yourself, be kind to yourself, feel your heart becoming warm and expansive. Your unicorn is reminding you that when you love and value yourself, any lower emotions dissolve in the glow of your inner worth. When you become caring and compassionate towards humans and animals, you radiate unconditional love and acceptance towards all sentient beings, and they respond with kindness. You see the loving essence of others, and your path becomes happier. Opening your heart is the greatest possible way to light up your journey, for an open heart attracts help, kindness, true friendship, and all the support you need from the human, animal, and angelic world. So what I'm seeing there is the other lock story that I had, and I had an old suitcase that was taking up space in my house. I'm clearing up my house at the moment, and making space in here to be able to have other people come in. So that suitcase needed to go. So this suitcase represents old baggage, old luggage. And I looked at the suitcase, and even though it's perfectly fine, it was, I just like, it's old, it needs to be upgraded. It just needs to be upgraded. I don't need to struggle to lug that one around next time I need it. I can be abundant enough to get one that's easier to maneuver, that fits my purposes now. So this is really along the themes of what we're doing at the moment with the astrology and the collective ascension energies. But I wanted to give it away. And I thought, how am I going to give this away? It's got a lock that's closed on it, and I could not find the key. So the suitcase is actually open. The lock is closed, so it can't be opened. But it's not locking the suitcase. It's just hanging on the suitcase to be used to lock it when needed. But you can't lock it if you can't open it first. So I had to again get a man with his tool to come and saw off the massive big lock. That was meaning that I couldn't give away the old baggage. So I hope you see the symbology in that. So the baggage wasn't locked. There's nothing in the suitcase. So we've cleared it with the violet flame, but we couldn't give it away. It was still hanging around, taking up space, because there was still a lock on there that might be needed in the future without a key. So we're just clearing away any of those things that are residue, that mean that we can't fully clear out and move on and have an open heart. We don't need those locks anymore if we've cleared, if we've really accessed that self-worth and cleared. There's no fear of the heart being broken. So that's what we're just working with, this last little bit, just clearing that last remnants of thinking, but I might need to lock my heart again. Because if we've elevated to mastery and peace and self-worth and self-love, why do we need to lock that? Okay, I'm really feeling that deep fear moving out. That heart protecting our heart. It's really achy and it's quite deep. I'm seeing that purple in the soul healing card. Purple flame, clearing at a soul level. Activating that third eye to guide you to trusting relationships, trusting your own soul, trusting your own knowing. Yeah, that's shifting off. I'm seeing the wisdom of the owl in the violet flame card. Seeing through the dark, seeing through the illusion. Yeah, that's coming out from the depths of the reproductive system. The throat clearing. The lower back strengthenings. Lower back is supporting self. Releasing the knees. Body sitting upright. Clear vision forward. Heart open. Really receiving those ruby peace codes, the key. Yeah, clearing out through the zeal point and the cranial base. We're connecting to that eternity. I feel that as the third energy in the twin flame unity, which is where you're unified at the higher level. There I feel that embodying through the pelvis, grounding into the feet, grounding into the Earth Star Chakra, grounding into the earth grids, the ascended earth grids. Yeah, beautiful. So the other bit of information I would like to share with you, this came up very profoundly just before the solar ring of fire eclipse, is that when I do relationship alignment healings, they started off with with diagrams. I used to, it's almost like automatic writing. I would draw each party in the relationship, and as I drew them, I would see their energy, the cords connecting them, all sorts of information that would then become visible on the page and also visible for the people receiving the healing. When those two were twin flames, there was a not just twin flames, but especially twin flames, there were multiple multidimensional infinity signs between the hearts of the counterparts. So when there were twin flames, it was just basically infinite amounts of infinity signs through those hearts joining them. And there may have been all sorts of distortions as they're working through past lives and things like that, that needed to be cleared and aligned and worked through. But the resounding thing was these infinity sign through joining the hearts. So one heart, one counterpart was at one end of the infinity, and the other counterpart was at the other. And just as the Ring of Fire, just the night before the Ring of Fire solar eclipse, I happened to be doing one of those drawings and noticed that the twin flames now have the infinity sign each. They have an infinity sign each in their heart. So their hearts are unified as one heart. And I have, over the years, felt many, many heart mergings of twin flames, so that they have, they're sharing that a single heart chakra on certain levels of their energy bodies and their spiritual anatomy. But this was new. And what was really interesting was that without telling anybody that, somebody I was chatting to me on Instagram and told me that they always, when they're connecting with their twin flame, they feel there's an infinity, the energy forms infinity between their heart and their twin. But on this occasion, today, they noticed that they have the infinity in their own heart, and their twin has an infinity in their own heart. It's the same infinity sign, so we're both picked up on the same thing at the same time. But I was guided not to share that information until after the lunar eclipse. So this is what is happening in the collective now. There is a unifying at a whole other level. There are many, many, many levels of unification in the twin flame reunion. But this is what I am feeling happening right now, at least with this twin flame collective. So I have much more to say about the twin flame energies and what's going on with them right now through my paintings and my statues that I'm making from clay. They're all interconnected and they're all working on different levels of the twin flame dynamic, the twin flame unity collectively. But again, I was guided not to share it until after the lunar eclipse. So I will, that is coming. And if you want to have a twin flame healing, or you want to work in groups with the twin flame dynamic, I do run workshops and videos on my Patreon. So the information on that is down below. And yeah, my website is down below as well if you're watching on YouTube for individual healings if you're so inclined. So just lastly, just how to receive those energies. That did feel like a lot of codes coming in. Just bring yourself really into that peace and into groundedness and embodiment every time you feel triggered. It's our twin flames trigger us so deeply at the deepest levels. Things that to other people, if it was a normal relationship, people would be saying just get over it, and that's probably what you're hearing. People don't even understand why you're triggered, but they're triggering deep, deep core wounds. And that clearing felt like it went really into deep core stuff that you're not really consciously aware of. So triggers might come up, and the guidance is just connect to the truth of your soul, connect to the truth of who you are as a twin flame as well, and how that is eternal. It's bigger than you, it's who you are. And just allow yourself to be in that truth, to help those energies just come through and transmute the pains and the traumas and the fears that might come up, that are just coming up to clear out, to move out, for you to be able to see. If you're struggling with that, call in the cosmic diamond violet flame, and just really be kind to yourself, listen to yourself, rest, drink a lot of water. Blessings, everybody.